We are less than 9 months out from the midterms, as Democrats look to flip control of the House and place a check on President Trump's agenda over the final 2 years of his term. We've just received major redistricting updates out of Virginia and New York, changes that could shift the House majority in either direction. Today, I'll walk you through my latest data-driven forecast for every House race. But first, let's start with some historical context. Midterms tend to favor the party out of power. The president's party has lost House seats in 18 of the last 20 midterm elections, including each of the last 5, with an average loss of around 25 seats. That's obviously not a good precedent for Trump and the Republicans, especially when you consider that the 2 exceptions to this trend were driven by extraordinary circumstances. In 1998, it was public backlash to Bill Clinton's impeachment that helped Democrats defy expectations. And in 2002, George Bush's Republicans held their ground thanks to the post-9/11 rally around the flag effect. But all things considered, 9 times out of 10, the party out of power has gained seats in the midterms. So yes, Democrats have good reason to feel optimistic heading into 2026. And it's not just about history, it's about the math. Republicans are heading into these midterms with one of the narrowest House majorities in modern history. Pending the outcome of 2 special elections to fill vacancies, the GOP is expected to enter 2026 with a 220 to 215 seat advantage. That means Democrats only need to gain 3 seats to retake the House, just 3. Let's take a look at how we got here. Rewinding all the way back to the 2018 election cycle, the first midterm after Donald Trump won the presidency for the first time, Democrats needed a much larger wave to win back control, down 24 seats entering Election Day. They got it, and then some, flipping 41 seats, their largest midterm gain since the 1970s. Then, if we fast forward to the most recent midterm in 2022, 2 years after Joe Biden took office, as expected, Republicans flipped the House, but the widely forecasted red wave never really materialized. They only won back 9 seats, flipping the balance to 222 to 213 in their favor. That set the stage for a closely contested race for House control in 2024, where the composition actually moved in the opposite direction of the presidential race. While Trump defeated Kamala Harris, Democrats actually gained 2 House seats, marking the smallest net change in House composition in U.S. history. And perhaps most remarkably, control of the chamber was decided by just over 7,000 votes across 3 congressional districts out of nearly 148 million ballots cast nationwide. That razor-thin result sets the stage for 2026, with Republicans led by Speaker Mike Johnson defending the narrowest House majority in nearly a century against the Democrats led by Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries. With that all being said, here's my 2026 House forecast based on a blended model that includes fundamentals and ratings from industry experts. To get this fundamental score, I compiled each district's partisan lean, which is a measure of how the district would be expected to vote between 2 generic candidates in a neutral environment. Then the last House election result in the district, unless the district was redrawn since 2024, and then how the district voted for president in 2024 as well. Those results are then adjusted based on the expected 2026 national environment, which is calculated using the generic ballot polling average via Decision Desk HQ, which measures if the election for Congress were being held today, who would Americans vote for? And then the prediction market odds via Cali, where traders give Democrats a near 80% chance of flipping control of the House right now, their highest mark since April of last year. Then, as for the experts, while they each use their own methodology, in general, competitiveness is determined by a mix of factors, including the district's partisan lean, candidate quality, the state and national political environment, and direct conversations with campaigns and strategists. Together, all of those data points combine to create the numbers in this margin column, which is my current predicted margin in each of the competitive districts. I then grouped those margins into rating categories, with safe districts at a margin above 12 points, likely between 7 to 12, lean between 4 to 7, and tilt between 1.5 to 4. Anything below 1.5 in either direction is rated as a pure toss-up. And as of now, I have Democrats ahead, with 219 seats leaning in their direction to the GOP's 203, with just 13 true coin flip districts. These projections assume Virginia successfully passes a new gerrymander in its favor before November, which Cali currently prices at about an 80% chance, and is expected to net them 4 seats. But that said, without exact candidate matchups in their fundraising totals or reliable polling, these early ratings are best understood through a broader national lens. In a strong Democratic wave year, you'd expect them to win most of the toss-ups and likely flip a few lean or even likely Republican seats as well. And right now, we are tracking toward a blue-leaning national vote, as Democrats are consistently outpacing Republicans in the generic ballot average by more than 4 points. According to 314 polls included in Decision Desk HQ's dataset, on average, 43.6% of voters say they plan to vote for a Democrat in their House race, compared to 39.4% who say they plan to vote Republican. Historically, these polls have been very accurate predictors of the national House vote. For context, in 2018, the first midterm with Trump in office, Democrats rode an 8.5-point national vote lead to pick up 41 seats.
4 years later, during the 2022 Biden midterms, Republicans led the national vote by just under 3 points and gained 9 seats. So Democrats sit right between those two historical benchmarks at this point. Returning to the table, among the 13 toss-ups identified by my model, races with a projected margin of less than 1.5 points either way, Republicans are favored in 6 of them: Wisconsin 3, Iowa 1 and 3, Pennsylvania 10, Ohio 9, and Michigan 10, and Democrats are favored in the other 7: New Jersey 7, New York 17, Pennsylvania 7, Michigan 7, Arizona 6, Colorado 8, and Texas 34. So if we roll those toss-ups into the tilt columns based on those slight projected margins, Democrats would be favored in 226 seats, with Republicans at 209, for a 15-seat advantage that would put a major halt to Trump's legislative agenda over the next 2 years. Obviously, a lot could still change over the next 8 months. If, for example, Virginia Democrats fails to gerrymander their map, they'd fail to pick up 3 or 4 seats here, narrowing their majority back down to 222 or 223 seats. We will also need to watch New York, where Democrats appear increasingly likely to redraw the Staten Island-based 11th District, shifting it from solidly Republican to a true toss-up, or possibly even leaning Democratic. With margins as tight as they have been in recent years, every single seat will matter when it comes to determining control of the House in November. In the meantime, make sure to subscribe to the channel down below so you don't miss any upcoming videos on the 2026 midterms and everything beyond. According to my YouTube analytics, less than 20% of you are currently subscribed, so please take a second to hit that button below the video. It's completely free and helps me to continue making videos like these, updating you on the latest developments in the election world. As always, drop your thoughts on the map in the comments, and let me know what topics you'd like to see covered next. Huge shout out to my channel members listed down in the description. Don't forget to subscribe, leave a like if you enjoyed the content, and check out more of my videos right here. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. EP out.